Hello, my name is Jackie Aronser, and I'd like to tell you about an exciting webinar that is coming up that I'll be presenting specifically on the topic of small business, tax and small business. Now, small businesses, I think, are a little bit overlooked in South Africa. They play such a vital role in the economy, especially considering the need for job creation and promoting economic growth. And yet we've seen really no developments in terms of tax incentives for small businesses over the last almost 20 years. It was in the early 2000s that we saw the introduction of the incentives for small business corporations. And I think 2009, when micro businesses and turnover tax were introduced, the Davis Tax Committee looked carefully. They did a whole report on the tax policy relating to small businesses in 2014, but we've really seen no developments in that area. And yet small businesses have the same tax compliance obligations as even the largest businesses in South Africa. The same tax legislation applies, the same provisional tax, the same employees tax, the same income tax, the same VAT. So the tax obligation and the compliance obligation for small business is enormous, and especially considering the limited resources that small businesses have and the cost of mistakes in terms of penalties, interest, and disputes with SARS. It is critical that small businesses are able to effectively manage their tax risk. And so this webinar will focus specifically on what are the tax issues that small businesses typically face, how can these tax incentives be accessed, and how can one manage and minimize the penalties and interest that one might incur with SARS. So join me for this webinar. It'll be a 2-hour webinar packed with information, packed with value for any small business, and you'll be able to take value away and immediately implement these things in your business to realize and benefit from the information that is shared.